This week we are thrilled and privileged to have Richard Klabunde here. Good afternoon. Good morning. Say afternoon because he also did the 8 o'clock service. So welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back. My wife and I, Karen, have been part of St. Francis since 2021, and we really have found a home here. A little bit of background is that Karen and I have been married 56 years. We have 4 sons and 12 grandkids, and we've lived in 8 different states. And we've lived in Indianapolis since 2012. And we are so grateful that we found St. Francis, because it has been a perfect match for us, particularly in this season of life right now. And our faith has been encouraged so much by this church. And let me just list some ways in which we have been encouraged. And I'm sure this has been an encouragement to many of you. This church I find, is truly living out its mission to love all, seek peace, live and care generously. I can look around at some of you right now and know what you do in this church. Not just for the building or the church, but you do it ultimately for the people who this church is serving through the name of Christ. So whether you're taking care of landscaping outside, which is a big job for many months out of the year, whether you're working with children from within our church families or children from our community that come in here, let's say, to learn to improve their reading skills, or whether you're one of these quiet people that works with making sure that the blessing box is stocked, and so people can come and get the food, those who are in need. And there are just many ways in which this church is reaching out into the lives of people. And that encourages us. And we have also been encouraged by you to us, because Karen and I, the last couple of years, have had some circumstances of life that have not been pleasant, that are not good, and they're continuing. And for those of you who know some of these circumstances, you have reached out and shown the love of Christ and the support that has been very helpful to us and encouraging to us. So in response to all these things that we see and we feel and we participate in this church, Karen and I want to generously support the work and ministry of this church. And we have to do that in part through funding what is taking place in this church. And so we can do as a church, as a community, the things that we are doing in the name of Christ. So I want to encourage you to generously support the work of St. Francis through our annual pledge. And you all received, this is what, show and tell, what you received this last week. Don't lay it aside, read it through, it's very encouraging. And you also received a pledge card. Don't just lay this aside. You might even think about taking a piece of tape and posting it on your bathroom mirror. Don't lay it aside until you've either filled it out or you've gone online to Realm and you've made your pledge. And so I encourage you to do this, that you can participate in the work and ministry of this church through your financial support. And together, let us celebrate the abundance of God in our community of faith. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Well done.